going on, YouTube? Thanks for joining us again. This is Yogi from Midwest Vapors.
And this is Roscoe.
And today we're going to be talking about
Battery safety!
Yay! Yeah, you know, it's not something that everyone wants to talk about, but it's something that needs to be addressed. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we got for you the two, I guess more mainstream type of batteries. We got the 18650 and then we got the 26650. There are literally dozens of batteries in between, ranging from the 300s, 350s, 500s, and so on and so forth. But we just got two for you because we don't need the size of the battery. We just got to show you how to treat them. Don't knock them over like that all the time. But what you guys want to make sure, first of all, on a brand new battery, you want to make sure that your sealing is very, very nice and tight on it. You know, the skin wraps are very nice. You want to make sure that on most top batteries, there is going to be some sort of protective ring around there. I remember back in like 2013 when people used to pull those out to let all the power out. We finally realized that that's not the best idea to do after some time. Yeah, dude, it was dark times back then, man. Yeah, man, I remember honestly like ripping the tops off of these, the black pieces, and just, I'm getting more power. And then having to chuck my mod across the room because it was going to explode on me. But definitely talking about battery safety, we're going to talk about what not to do and what to do. I guess we can start with what not to do. There's a huge list of things like, you know, don't put them in the microwave. I guess that's sort of self-explanatory. But no, seriously, guys, you just want to make sure that your battery is in no way abused. Make sure that your shells don't, or your skin wraps or whatever you want to call them, make sure that they're not scratched off. There's a bunch of nicks and dents in your battery, especially the bottom and the top. A lot of people have problems shoving it into their mods and then pressing their bottom pin up as hard as they can, trying to become Hulk, and then they end up making a curvature or dents on the top and bottom of their batteries. That's one of the biggest problems that we have as far as dents go. Another part of why these skins come out, especially in box mods, a lot of people like to just shove them in there and then yank them out. You guys,
Same goes for the charger.
Same goes for the charger. People love to just shove them into here and then just yank them out on the way out. You know, you got to treat the battery nicely. As far as all that goes, one of my biggest tips for box mods can be is, especially if they're the slide-in ones, there's always probably one part that pushes in and is spring-loaded. Push it up against there and then slightly push it in there. And when you go to pull them out, 90% of box mods come with a little string attached to it. It's there for a reason, guys. Let's start using those and pull them out softly. Make sure that you're not scratching or getting it caught on the, contacts. Get out of my shop. But yeah, anything you want to add, Ross?
Battery life, I guess, would be a good place to start.
There you go.
Majority of batteries, whether it be an internal box mod, an internal battery, external batteries, whatever you got, you know, mark your batteries. You know, as soon as you buy the battery, date it. Take a Sharpie, date it, you know. That's a good way to keep track of it. Batteries normally have a lifespan of anywhere from 6 months to a year. Just like your cell phone, you know, after so much of charging up and wearing it down, it's not going to have the battery life in there. You know, for me personally, I change my batteries every 6 months just to make sure, you know, that I don't get a short or something goes wrong with this battery. It's just a safety issue. You probably see it all the time online. Oh, mod blew up in some dude's face or this or that. You don't know why? They didn't take care of this little effort. But you know. Well, he's eating, so.
Alright, so while Roscoe's is gonna leave, so yeah, pretty much, guys, keep your batteries safe and treat them nicely. Honestly, treat it as if it was
Your baby.
yeah, because this is one of the biggest reasons why people get hurt. Like Roscoe said, you hear all these horror stories of mods blowing up and all of these things happening. You gotta understand that most batteries nowadays range anywhere from 20 to 40 amps, and it takes less than an amp to kill you. And you're putting it next to your mouth or into your mouth and saying, "Let it rip." You know, nobody make "that's what she said" joke, please. Nobody make that joke.
That's what she said.
But yeah, guys, just let's keep the batteries safe. One of the also another things about batteries is make sure you know what company it's coming from. There's a lot of battery companies out there, especially now. I remember back when it was only like EFES and Sony's MNKE batteries. Those are old school as hell. And it wasn't hard to choose from. But now you got these dozens of companies coming out. So yeah, all these other battery companies that are coming out, you know, they're throwing these batteries out into the market and just flooding it, saying that they're the next biggest battery, that they're the safest, that they give out the most amps, and they got the most milliamp hours in it, or mAhs. You know, just make sure you do your research. For me, there's only a couple of battery companies out there that I'll ever trust. Definitely shout out to Brilla Powers. I'll trust them. Any authentic Sony's, VTC 4s, 5s, maybe the 3s, but I know it's hard nowadays to find authentic Sony's, especially with them being cloned left and right. EFES, I have still a little bit of leg up on them just because they've been around one of the longest, and they've really revolutionized the game. You know, I'm not putting them on a pedestal, but definitely one of the more trustworthier ones out there. MNKE, they've been around for a while too. But now you got all these Samsung, LG, and all these people trying to get into the game. Panasonics. You know, just battery companies who were electronic companies just trying to get into this game. One of the biggest don'ts on batteries is please do not start ripping them out of your laptop. I have so many customers coming in asking me, "Hey man, is this battery safe to use? Did you get it at a vape shop?" No. Probably not. But then again, some vape shops do sell pretty bad batteries, so be careful on that too. But definitely, if you rip them out of a laptop, do not use them. Yeah, they say 18650, but they're not regulated to.
What you gotta realize too, especially coming from a laptop circumstance, okay? Laptops don't draw as much power as a vape mod does. It just doesn't. That battery is not built to handle the power you're throwing at it. It's just not. Just don't do it. You know, another big thing too, you know, box mods are a big part of this game now. Everyone's got a box mod. Make sure you pair batteries in a box mod. You know, and what I mean by that is milliamp hours don't really matter too much. More of the amperage. Let's say you got a 25 amp battery and a 45 amp battery. Don't put those together in one box mod. That's not how it's designed. Things are gonna go wrong, and then you're the only one to blame for that. So just don't. Pair batteries, you know. We can say it 1,000 times. Battery safety is the most important part of vaping. With or without battery safety, that is what's going to determine how long your mod lasts, how safe or dangerous you are being. You know, I can say it 1,000 times. Check your batteries. You know, you don't want nicks and rips in them. You want to pair your batteries in a box mod. Don't get them out of a laptop. Just, you know, spend the extra money and get a good battery. That is going to save you so much hassle in this game. Batteries. I mean, one of the most simple things is the most important thing.
That's a hell of a bold statement, man. The most important thing in the vape game.
It is.
I like that.
It is.
I like that though. And also, guys out there, be careful. There are two different top styles. There's the button top and the flat top. Most nowadays have transitioned away from the button top and are going with the flat top. And what I mean by that is, as far as mods and devices, a lot of them are starting to develop towards the flat tops. So be careful on that as well. But yeah, definitely just an overview and a recap on our video. You want to make sure your battery's reputable. How do you do that? Ask your vape shop. Go online. There's a lot of people who are doing reviews. I'm not an engineer. Roscoe's not an engineer, so I'm not gonna sit here and preach to you that I know all the specifications of a battery, but I know what's safe and what's not. So make sure that your shop knows and that you know. Treat them nicely. Don't leave them out in the sun. Don't leave them soaking in juice. Don't shove them into your charger, rip them out, or shove them into your mod, and then try to jam a button in there. Don't put it in your microwave. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do. Another thing, keep them clean. Make sure all your contacts are very clean. Make sure none of it's breaking apart. Your skin's still on there really nicely. And there's no dents, there's no dings, there's no scratches. Other than that, anything else you want to add?
Not really. I mean, we basically covered it, most about all of it. I mean, I don't know where you guys are located, but we're located here in Iowa, and it gets cold in the winter. And yes, coldness does affect batteries. Getting a battery too cold, leaving it outside in your car in the winter, that will ruin a battery. You know, just don't be dumb.
Yeah,
Take care of your stuff, man. That's about it.
Yep. Well, there you have it, folks. Battery safety. Hope that all of you guys out there who are vaping right now stay safe. Do your research, like we said in every other video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you guys just want to talk vape, or even not vape related, hit us up. We're here in Dubuque, Iowa. Our phone number is 563-845-0931. Thank you guys very much, and hope to see you guys in the next video.
Have a good holiday.